Discover the incredible billion-dollar routine you can copy with renowned Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman. Prepare to be inspired as Dr. Huberman unveils a groundbreaking routine that has the potential to unlock unprecedented success in your life. Pick 3 or 4 things you want to start doing regularly. Just pick 6 habits and commit to doing 4 of them every day without trying to make up for missed days. So, you're gonna put those on your calendar, and then every day you gotta do at least 4, but you can do up to 5. But if one day you only do 1, you don't gotta make up for it by doing 10 the next day. If you get how the dopamine system works, you get why you're training to train your brain to feel good by giving yourself random rewards for doing these habits regularly. So, like, people would do this crazy workout or a bunch of stuff, and then they'd be like, I deserve a treat. But really, that just messed up their whole routine of keeping it up. It's kinda complicated. But basically, you're trying to train your brain to only expect rewards every now and then instead of all the time. This is based on how habits are formed in the brain. Hey, it's a good idea to split up your habits between morning and evening. I usually refer to the first part of the day as the time from when I wake up until about 9 hours later. So basically, if you're getting some sun and moving around a bit during that time of day, you'll feel pretty good thanks to all the epinephrine and dopamine flowing through you. Even just getting some sun will give you a little boost of cortisol. So, there are some habits that we can call linear habits. These are things that you already know how to do and just need to get done. Those types of habits are best to tackle during the 0 to 9 hours. So, phase 2 starts around 10 hours after waking up and goes on until about 16 or 17 hours later. We kind of get a bit more sleepy and chill, or at least not super hyper. So basically, when it comes to stuff like creative writing, brainstorming alone or with others, and analytical work, there's no one right answer. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and the notification bell to stay updated on our daily videos. It's more about exploring and figuring things out as you go. You're gonna crush it in phase 2. Oh, I was just thinking about doing some jujitsu rolls earlier. Dude, I barely even know how to do rolling jujitsu. I tried it once and it was pretty wild. You gotta be super creative and figure out how to use your body weight and do all these sets and reps on the fly. So you gotta do a certain number of sets and reps, run a certain distance in a straight line or not. And then there's the 17 to 24 hours where you just gotta sleep. Easy peasy. Usually, it's like 16 to 24 hours of something. So just try to do your new habits at the times when they're easiest for you. This kind of goes against the rule of making things easier if you're trying to make exercise a habit. Like if you want to run a certain distance in the morning before doing creative work, it might be better to make it less of a hassle. If you're trying to learn something new and explore, go for it in the second half of the day. Oh, that thing already has steps laid out. It's pretty straightforward. People will just find it easier to do it that way in the morning. So, there's this lady at NYU called Emily Baltus who says that instead of picturing success to set goals and make changes, it's actually better to think about how badly things could go if you fail. Apparently, research backs this up. Nobody wants to deal with the dark stuff, but fear is a strong motivator. Just try to keep a clear head and avoid freaking out. Okay, so here's the deal. If you don't set goals every day, you could end up with diabetes and kick the bucket early. That's way more motivating than just thinking, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds or whatever. Let's try to bench press 15% more by Christmas. This time of year, it's awesome to have goals. But it's also cool to have motivators that come from real life fears. Dude, The best way to treat yourself for killing it is with a surprise reward every now and then. So we've been talking about how effort reward works, but if you want to keep in mind that dopamine is not unlimited but can be refilled, why not just use it up? Hey, have you thought about using the same tricks as casinos to stay motivated? Your new habit is awesome, but don't go crazy every time you succeed. Let's party when we randomly win. Yo, think about this year. Hey, what do y'all call it when it's behind glass? Dude, you're shooting and riding like a pro. And when you miss, you're totally focused on nailing it next time. You'd be like, oh, the next one, I'm good. Nah, why do you think you'd be good for the next one? You nailed it. Why would your nervous system care about what's gonna happen next? When you nail it, your nervous system is like, cool, that's how it's done. And you can chill a bit. It's like a chill pill, you know? Mistakes pile up and it gets our prefrontal cortex going. I don't usually go behind glass, but I've thrown darts at a bar before. It's kind of nerve-wracking when people are watching. But I used to do it all the time in grad school at this little bar in Davis. Sometimes I miss, and it's frustrating, but then I get really focused and hit a bullseye. The thing is, when I start doing well, I don't pay as much attention to my technique, so I don't learn as much. But I know that making mistakes is actually important for learning, and there's a specific ratio of mistakes to success that's best for learning, according to machine learning and human learning research. Oh, it's just the 8515 rule. How hard should a task be? You're doing it right about 85% of the time. Like sometimes you mess up about 15%, but if you want to get better faster, shoot for around 2%. Like, you know how it is. Most of the time you get it, but sometimes you just miss. That's just how it goes when you're learning a new motor skill, right? Learning stuff like cognitive learning can be a bit overwhelming, you know? It's better not to put too much pressure on our attention span and all that. If you do less, you won't be asking too much of your attention. That's what machine learning is all about. It's based on how humans learn. That's what the animal data shows. And obviously, there might be some differences. But if folks are like, I want to teach these kids Spanish, or I want to teach people how to shoot, make it kinda tough so that there's like a 15% chance you might mess up. And don't give yourself too many treats for doing well, so that the practice feels rewarding all on its own. If you like training and then having a pancake breakfast, go for it. Just don't make it a regular Sunday or workout routine. So it's not really about how often it happens, but more about what we call the reward schedule. Hey, just so you know, in sports teams and stuff, everyone gets a trophy these days. I mean, like nothing messes with your dopamine system more than that idea. I don't know what went down there, but I don't want to blame anyone and I also don't know who did it. That crew or person who decided to give everyone a trophy obviously didn't do their homework on how rewards affect our brains and behavior. You're basically saying that rewards don't matter and you won't be able to get them later. You're not making people softer. You're making them like a rat with no dopamine. That's so sad, man. Oh yeah, we humans call that Parkinson's. When you mess with the dopamine system, folks get all shaky and can't even move. So basically, folks with Parkinson's not only have trouble with their motor skills, but they also feel super unmotivated and down because of a lack of dopamine. Oh, you know what's up with Parkinson's? It's when you don't have enough dopamine neurons. That's it for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post videos every week, so stay notified. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.